Hello friends, welcome to the first YouTube channel. My name is Ismail Saudagar and today in this video we'll discuss conditional statements in C Sharp. So let us go to our topic. Conditional statements are used for checking some condition in the program and then if the condition is satisfied, then the particular block of code is executed. In C Sharp following are the conditional statements present. If, if else, if else and nested if statement. In case of if statement, if the condition is true, then the code inside the if block will be executed. If the condition returns false, then the code inside the if block will not be executed. As you can see in the figure, here first the test condition will be checked and if it returns true, then the code present in the if block will be executed. And after if block, it will go to the rest of the code. If suppose the condition returns false, then it will not go into the if block and it will directly come to the rest of the code. If else statement. In case of if else statement, if the condition is true, then the code inside the if block will be executed. If the condition returns false, then the code inside the else block will be executed. In the figure, you can see that first the condition is checked and if it returns true, then the compiler will go into the if block and if block code will be executed. Suppose the condition returns false, then it will go into the else block and the code present inside the else block will be executed. And after that, it will come to the rest of the code. Similarly here, after if block, it will come to the rest of the code. Next is if else statement. In case of if else statement, if the condition is true, then the code inside the if block will be executed. If the condition returns false, then the else if expression will be evaluated. If it returns true, then the code inside the else if block will be executed. If the expression returns false, then the code inside the else block will be executed. In the figure, you can see that for the condition, the expression is checked. If it returns true, then the compiler will go to the if block and it will execute the code present inside the if block. If the condition returns false, then it will go into the else if condition. It will go into the else if side and it will check the condition present in the else if. And if else if is returns true, then it will go to the inside the else if block and it will execute the code present in the else if block. If the condition returns false, then it will go into the else block and it will not go into the else if block. And from else block, it will come to the rest of the code. Similarly, if it goes into else if block, after executing else if block, it will come to the rest of the code. Next is nested if statement. It is if statement inside the if statement. If the first if statement returns true, then the code of first if is executed and then nested if statement block is executed if the expression returns true for it. Here in the figure, you can see that first the condition is checked and if it returns true, then it will go into the if block and if block code will be executed. And inside this if block, there will be one more if block will be present and which we call here as nested if block. So the nested if block expression will be checked. If it is true, then the compiler will go into the nested if block and it will execute the code present in the nested if block. And after that, it will come to the outer if block. And from outer if block, it will come to the rest of the code. If the condition returns false, then it will not go into any of the if block and it will directly go to the rest of the code. Now we'll see the example in Visual Studio. Here in Visual Studio, you can see that I have created a project. Name of the project is Conditional Statements. And here in the code, you can see that I have written if block. And here in the code, it is asking for the age. And after that, the age is compared here. This is the test expression. And after evaluating the expression, if it returns true, then the compiler will come into this block, which is we call here it as if block. So suppose I have entered 14 or 13 age, which is less than 15, so it will return true and it will print on the screen you are a child. Similarly, this is the else block. If the condition will not true, if I am entering 16, suppose here 16, and because of this 16 will not satisfy the here expression, it will not go here because it will return false. So it will come into the else part and it will print you are not a child. Similarly, you can see that I have written another two things here, else if and else, because this I need to comment here. It will give an error because else if will come before else. So here in the else if I have here written test expression. It will take the age which is greater than 15 or equal to 15 and less than 60. If the expression returns true here, then it will print you are adult. If the expression returns false, then it will go into the else block and it will return you are an old person. It is because here first if is not satisfied, it is coming here at the else if and it is checking here test expression. If it is also not satisfied, then directly come to the else block. Means it will execute the else block code and it will here in case it will here print you are an old person. So currently I will run this project and we'll see output on the screen. You can see on the screen it is asking for age. I am putting here 55. It is printing you are adult. Why it is? Because you can see in the code first it is checking for if condition age is less than 15. I have entered 55. So it will not go here in the if, it will come here in the else if and it will check this expression, test expression. So it is checking the age should be greater than equal to 15 and less than 60. So I have put 55. So because of this, it is printing you are adult here on the screen. Now I will run it again and I will print. I will enter. Suppose I will enter here 75, which is greater than 60. Now it is printing you are an old person. So it is going into the else part. And now first what I will do is I will enter 14 here. Now I'm entering 14 you are child. So all the blocks depending on the condition is getting executed. So today we have covered conditional statement in C sharp. Next topic will be C sharp switch statements. And I have also given playlisting in the description. So you can go to my playlisting and you can watch the related C sharp videos. At last, I want to say that thank you. Bye. And please like, share and subscribe to my channel.